Looks like all that snow's gone. 2 days until that's legal. Then we can do stuff that's illegal. I mean, go to Mexico. Sorry about last week's video not really being that interesting. I'm kind of at a wall, I guess. I don't have a ton of really cool stuff to do to the car at the moment because I got to get, like I said, this Friday I got to get the car registered and I got to get new tires on it, and so I mean all that stuff costs a lot of money. And I mean just like I said, I don't have an unlimited budget to work with, so like that stuff's expensive to me. She just pretty. Look at that girl. Ugh, what is that? That's what today's video is going to be about on the car, is getting this shit off my wheels. Man, that's ugly. Isn't that just hideous? Because these are nice wheels. I mean, they're still in good shape. Obviously, you got some tire shine on them. If you can see it. I'm not sure if you can or not. But anyways, what I want to do is get that stuff off my wheels because it is just nasty. And like I said in my first video, these are my favorite wheels for these cars. I wouldn't mind it if they were 18s. If they were 18s instead of 17s, I'd probably like them a little bit more. Just, you know, a little bit bigger wheel would be good. But I think they look good. I think they're a really good looking wheel. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys the process of how I'm going to do this. I got a couple different options to try. I watched some other videos on it, and it seemed to go pretty good. So I'm hoping I can get those just cleaned up. So I've heard of two different ways to do it. The first way I heard to do it was grab you some steel wool, pull off some, and go around the edges of the wheels and everything like that. I'm gonna do that first. That's gonna be the first, or one of the first ways I that's gonna be the way I first start the polish, is with the steel wool. What I'm gonna run after the steel wool is this Eagle One Never Dull. Now, I mentioned this in one of my other videos. I think it was my last one. Never Dull's a really good polish. It can work on chrome, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, anything like that, and it will polish it. It also is really good at getting gunk and dirt and things like that off of surfaces and stuff like that. Surfaces that where it's, you know, like where you got stuff embedded in the metal and things like that. I'll show you. Sure how to get rid of that. I was really hoping to get rid of it. Give me a lame ass upload if I can't get this figured out. So here's where we're at so far. Still have some spots that are a bit uneven. I'm not going to worry about the curb rash. I mean, honestly, not a lot I can do about that other than take the wheel off and hit it with a grinder and try to make it all smooth. And this isn't a show car, so I'm really not that worried about that. So what I'm doing basically now is I'm trying to get these, you see these little spots like right here? That's still clear coat. And I'm trying to get all the clear coat off of here. I know I could have got something like a aircraft paint stripper, you know, or excuse me, dinner. Anyway, I could have got something like that to help get this stuff off, but I didn't, and I'm doing it the hard way. All right, and where we are now is I have hit it with that's just polish right there. Anyways, I've hit it with 2500 and wet sanded a little bit, just maybe like half the wheel, like so, probably right up about here is where I stopped. Anyways, hit it with 2500, or excuse me, hit it with 1000 wet sanded, then 2500 wet sanded, and then some steel wool a little bit, and then now I'm polished on there. I just want to see what I can get out of it right now without having to go get the other Dremel attachment. Now, I don't know about you guys. Again, I know there's still stuff right here, but this will get taken care of and get cleaned up. What I'm focusing on is that right there. That looks amazing compared to what it did look like. And now I'm going to roll the wheel and show you the difference between the two spots. Look at that. That is insane. And this doesn't have polish on it either. This is just from sanding and stuff like that. Wow. Well, I'm going to try to get this thing as finished up as I can, and then we will show you what it looks like when it's basically done. Alright, so where I'm at now is I'm going to start taking the polish off the wheels, and we'll see how shiny I can get them. See how shiny I can get the rims. Obviously I haven't cleaned in here. This is pretty dirty, but yeah, maybe we can get these things actually shined up to, you know, look more like the front wheels up there. Alright guys, so after rubbing and sanding and sanding and sanding and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and sanding and sanding and sanding anyways, and polishing and polishing and polishing, this is what I got. Much better. I mean, holy crap. That is much, much better. And of course, yes, I cleaned the wheel up for this part so you could see the full effect of everything. Polished my lug nuts, polished my center caps. Got the rim itself polished. I almost think that this is shinier. I honestly can't really tell. If you'll notice, like I said, there's still some curb rash on the wheels. Like I said, not a show car. Don't really care about that. There's a couple little scuffs down in here that I couldn't get because I really need that tool right there for it. So I gotta go buy that extra tool. Once I buy that extra tool, I will rescuff the entire rim, the outer part right in here. I'll redo this entire part without catching the actual lip. Then at that point, I will go get some wheel paint that is clear coat, and I will tape off the black because it already is clear coated, it doesn't need it, and I will re-clear coat the aluminum on the rim. So very simple. I'm not going to videotape that because it's just boring. I mean, you guys really probably are already bored watching me sand the shit out of a wheel. And I'll go show you the other side real quick too, since it's not done. Just get a good look at this real fast. Anyway, run back over to the other side. Yeah, see all that etching? I guess you'd call that etching, anyway. Yeah, all that crap, that's all clear coat. So, I will end up taking that all off again. On this side, basically doing the exact same thing that I did on the other side. And you get from a distance, it doesn't really look that bad, but you can still see it, you know. So, I can't have that, especially when the front wheels are actually nice. I can't have a bunch of, you know, I mean, they look really good. Can't have the back wheels looking like shit. The front wheels looking good. Just totally offsets the car and doesn't look right. So I know that video is kind of short and probably not the most exciting, but I'll have more exciting stuff to come. There's another part on the tailpipe where the H-pipe and I guess the pipe between the tailpipe and the H-pipe where they bolt up together. I want to get that welded up, because right now I put a temporary fix. I just threw an exhaust clamp on it so it would stop rattling around. The only thing is, it's so fucked up that it came out of the clamp and now it's just kind of resting right there, and I can't really do much about it. So I need to get that welded up so every time I go over a bump the car stops, you know, rattling, because the car rattles because of it. Yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it gives you a really good idea of how to polish your aluminum rims if they get, you know, etching on the inside of the clear coat, or if they get scuffed up clear coat, or so on and so forth. I literally tried what a YouTube video said, and it absolutely did not work. I'm sure in some applications the video I watched would work, but in my case, I used the Dremel tool that had it's kind of like an SOS pad attached to it, probably a little more abrasive than an SOS pad, but I had that on there, and I used that to run around the edges of it with the Dremel. Then I hit 600 dry, okay, and then I did 1000 wet. Then I did 2500 grit wet sand, and then I did steel wool, and then the never dull aluminum polish after that, and just, I mean, polish it until you can't get any more black or gray onto your rag that you're using or your buffer pad, and then it'll come out with that nice mirror finish like what we got going over there. I'll show you all the products I used real quick. Not all the sandpaper's 3M because I just kind of grabbed what I grabbed. Anyway, so 600 wet or dry, 1000 wet or dry, steel wool, then 2500, or excuse me, I got them backwards, dumbass. Anyway, 2500, that, and never dull, Eagle 1. Stuff's awesome.